because it's a practice, and what we found is that when you hold it as a practice and you maintain the container, is that it develops trust between practitioners. And so, this is over many years of personal research, like those of us have been doing it a long time, and Nicole, who created OM in the beginning. What was found that, if you sit down to have an OM, for example, and you have your 15-minute OM generally, and then one time, you're in the middle of the OM, you say, oh, it feels really good, let's go longer, right? Like, for example, let's do 17 minutes, or let's do 20 minutes. And even in that moment, you both agree, like, yeah, let's keep going, it's just so good right now. And you go longer, then what generally happens is a breaking of trust. Because these decisions are made when we're in our involuntary, like when we've surrendered to something, and in the middle of the experience we decide, like, let's change the container. And then what happens is when we come back out of that experience, we feel like, oh, wait a minute, like I had made a commitment to it before, and then it got changed halfway. And even if I was the one who decided to change it, something in me, some trust in me was broken. And so we really recommend, and it can be really compelling. Sometimes we think, oh, let's change the position, or let's go longer, do different strokes, or, things like this. But actually what happens when you maintain the container, when you have the basics of the practice the same, over time the greatest amount of trust forms, which means the vigilance center can relax more in both parties. You don't have to wonder, like, what's going to happen this time? I'm going to ask him to go longer this time? Oh, are we going to try something different? Which gets you in your thinking mind harder to relax. But when you follow it consistently, you can relax, and so all that you're concerned with is orgasm coming through. You're just completely relaxed in the experience. The container is consistent. And truly, like you saw in the demo, over time, we have seen how potent orgasm can be. Like, just how much, I think you felt the effect, right? There is a tremendously potent effect of orgasm, and we know that it can have a very strong impact. And so we want to make sure the container is clear so that we can work in the best way with that potent energy. And then we can choose how to work with it and direct it.